All right, Divine Feminine. I am here for your Twin Flames spread today. This is a spread that is going to help get you clarity on where you are at in your journey with your Divine Masculine. If you're here, most likely you are the Divine Feminine. Now that doesn't mean you can't be a Divine Masculine, because guess what? Yes, our Divine Masculines do go through awakening, but in their own way. However, typically the way the Divine Masculine awakens isn't through watching things like tarot readings and stuff. It's a very different process for them. So most likely, it's almost 100% guaranteed, if you're here, it is because you are the Divine Feminine and you are on your spiritual path and awakening right now because of this chance meeting with your twin flame. Now, the way this works, you guys have seen me do this spread before. So the top part is going to be their energy. The bottom part is going to be your energy. And then we're going to look at what connects you and move on from there. So I'm going to put some cards out right now. We're going to start out with your Divine Masculine's energy here. Oops. Oh, there's a card for us right there. Right here. And then a couple cards fall out. So you and your Divine Masculine are on, oh my goodness, the cards are slippery today. Slippery little suckers falling all over the floor. Excuse me for a second. What I was about to say to you is that you and your Divine Masculine are on a shared mission together here, and you're already on it. So sometimes people think, well, there's like something I have to get to or someplace I have to be. No, you're on your mission already with your twin flame, okay? You are already on your mission here. You have been, you're consciously aware of it now. Yes, certain things are going to show up. You're on the good side of things. There's been a lot of preparation in your life to get you to the place that you're at right now. And your twin flame came in exactly when they were meant to in order to help you. And you help them get to this like place of like self-actualization and ascension and self-mastery. And it's an incredible journey to be on. It's not an easy journey by any means, but where is the fun in easy, right? Everything worth anything always takes time and energy and effort. I mean, every great movie that you've ever seen, what happened in it, whether it was a comedy or like a horror movie or an adventure or sci-fi, whatever it was, right? There was always like love and adventure and like loss and grief and then like overcoming things. And like, that's all part of what makes this journey of life so incredible. And you are going through that with your twin flame. There's no doubt about it, okay? And so embrace all the beauty of it. When you watch a movie, like you go through this like roller coaster of emotions, right? Well, your life is kind of like that. It's just that you're the one living the movie, right? You're the one who's actually experiencing all of it. And so, a lot of that joy and the excitement of all of it, it comes from like the full spectrum of emotions and experience that you go through. It's all for you. It's all leading you where you need to go. So trust the journey, Divine Feminine. Trust the journey, because it really is truly a beautiful one, right? Especially when you start to really get to see it in hindsight, okay? So at the bottom of the deck, we have swords. What is this? Hold on, let me look at this for a second. I guess it's 8 of swords. Sorry, I'm not used to this deck. So we have 8 of swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck, okay? Yeah, 8 of swords in reverse. And so the overall energy with 8 of swords at in the reverse is like new hope, liberation, escaping like the old paradigm of a life that does not serve you anymore. It did, so we have to be grateful for it. It's not things, the change is underway, okay? That's a good thing. So right now, their energy is what this first card represents. So this is where your divine masculine's energy is currently at. And for them, they're in kind of a lack mentality. They are stressing about what they don't have. It could be on like a financial, probably it's like in financial ways. But it could also be like feeling like they don't really have the relationship that they want. They're not in a good place in this world. They can't really manifest what they want. And that really bums them out. That makes them feel insecure, unstable, and they're putting a lot of time and focus and energy on this. Now, that doesn't mean that they're putting all their time and energy and focus in the right places, because they may actually be attracting more lack because they're focused so hard on that. And oftentimes what we focus on, we just get more of, right? The universe isn't biased. It's like, oh, you want more lack? You're focusing on it a lot. Okay, here's some more lack. So we have to focus on gratitude and abundance if we want more of that in our life. But divine masculine is learning that lesson right now. And that's where, energetically, they're kind of existing right now. Like that's kind of like their motivating, like foundation for like all the choices that they're making right now. So the blockages that they're facing are this next card right here. Now this is actually a pretty positive card, because this is where divine masculine would like to go. And this is exactly what divine masculine feels like they are not able or capable of achieving. So the Emperor is a pretty powerful card. And there's something within your divine masculine that knows that they need to step into this energy and into this power to really become it's like they know it exists within them, but they've got so much doubt and fear that holds them back from being able to achieve this. Truthfully, they could have it in a matter of seconds if they just shifted their mindset and their energy into being the change or being what they want to be. What we believe and perceive is how reality shows up for us. So if your divine masculine is thinking, well, I'm just not good at this, well, then they're not going to be good at it because they believe that. So it will hinder them, it will block them. So it's just about stepping into this faith and this knowing I can be what I want. I may have to learn how to ride the bike, but once I learn how to ride the bike, then I can soar on this bike and do all kinds of incredible things. So there's a learning curve, a process that your divine masculine has to go through. But they might have a certain kind of negative mindset that they can't do it because maybe it's been a little bit difficult for them and they've had some failures, which has just kind of knocked them off balance. But they're going to figure it out. They are, because this truthfully is this is their destiny. It's their birthright. And everything that's happening, the universe gives us what we need to evolve so that we can get to where we want. And so when we're in these places that seem like, they're not serving us well, they aren't serving us well it's kind of, you have to kind of break it down and look at it differently. It serves you well to know what doesn't serve you well. And how do you know? Through experience and through wisdom. And so going through these difficulties is showing divine masculine what they don't want and helping them to overcome these blockages that are keeping them from what they truly do want. So it serves them well until it doesn't, essentially. What we get in life is what we need to succeed. And even our failures are what we need to succeed. They're the hurdles that we overcome in order to get to the place that we want to go. And so, there's value in everything. Even when we're in periods of lack or stagnation, there is value in that because we learn valuable lessons. So that's what's going on with your divine masculine right now. They got some things they need to figure out and work on, and that's okay. We all do. That's what we're all here for. That is part of the mission that the twin flames are on, together, yet it may appear like two different paths, but these two paths lead to the same destination, okay? Two bodies, one soul, same destination. All right, for you, Divine Feminine, this is your energy here, okay? You may also be kind of experiencing a similar type of energy, kind of just like, what's the point? You know, do I really need to do all this? Why do I feel like I have to do all the work, or this journey isn't fair, or I can't do it, or I'm making mistakes? These are all like mental blockages that are not true. But if you're focusing on them, you can like bring them into your reality. So the trick is to this, the key, I guess it's not really a trick. The key to this is becoming like present, shifting your focus, your mentality toward things you're grateful for and things that you want, and having faith and knowing. So being a seeker of spiritual knowledge is beneficial because it helps the mind to come into like a deeper understanding of how the soul works. And it's the mind and the body that we need to bring into alignment with our soul, which is what we are, ourselves, our true selves, so that we can bring like our soul's desire into this world. And we have to get rid of these blockages in order to do that. So these things are showing up for you to kind of like show you what your shadows are, so to speak, so that you can shine your light of awareness through presence and consciousness and observation, and then transmute that into a new perspective, a new, ambition, a new way of doing things that will like help you to like hone in on the bullseye of what you truly want. So you and Divine Masculine are you're learning the same lesson, yet it's just through two different pathways. So how it shows up in their 3D world through like their karmic situation or their job or their, traumas and their successes and their, relationships, good and bad, it's going to look totally different because they're a separate person, right? You're doing the same thing and yours is going to look a different way. Again, two paths, one destination. So your blockages, Divine Feminine, similar again to Divine Masculines, you have a very positive card here. This is like your desires, okay? So your Divine Masculines was very interesting. He or she got the Emperor, right? And because again, this isn't about gender. This is absolutely about like energy, okay? Positive and negative energy. And positive polarity is the masculine, and negative polarity is always the feminine, okay? It's not about good or bad either. It's not about gender. It's just about the flow of energy and the way that works and functions in this world. And so your Divine Masculine could be male or female. You could be male or female, okay? It's about the way that the energy works and flows in the dynamic between the two of you. And so you guys have a similar thing. They have like leadership and, planning, becoming a father figure. That's what the Emperor stands for, okay? They want to create a family. They want to have like, they want to be the leader. They want to bring something special into this world. They want to show up for those that they love, but they've made a lot of mistakes, and so they've got a lot of self-doubt that they need to overcome in order to get there. You're kind of going through something somewhat similar. Your goals in life are very similar. You want, you want happiness. You want like a solid relationship that's built upon like true intimacy and love, which is exactly the same thing that they want. You want, a family. You want commitment. But you also have fears and doubts that you'll ever be able to achieve that. You've maybe made some mistakes. It's possible you've been through a divorce. It's possible that they've been through a divorce. Those can be giant bombs that go off in our life that can make us sometimes really lose our footing and have a lot of doubt and a lot of fear in relationships that we have to like heal from and overcome. So you've got certain blockages, and that's why things are happening. That's why there's a polarization sometimes between the twins, because healing needs to take place. And how do we heal? We don't have to go through 1,000 different healing modalities in order to heal. We don't have to do this and that. Those things are not bad, okay? They're not. They can be very beneficial. However, true healing takes place with soul recognition, recognizing that you are the soul. Okay, the soul is not in need of healing. It's the traumas that the body has picked up along the way. It's the disillusion, of living under the veil that needs to be healed. Okay, and that's what this awakening process is for you guys, is lifting the veil of illusion where trauma exists and taking you guys into the truth and the whole holiness, the truth of what you guys really, really are, which is divine. Parts of source. Okay, so this next card is what connects you and your divine masculine. This is where you guys kind of come together. This is like what connects the two of you. You guys have been through a lot of stuff in your life together. When I say together, it's because you guys are of the same source, right? You guys are going through this together. I have two different hands. They're having different experiences, but my body feels both of them simultaneously. They're not separate from each other. Both of you guys have this connection at the core of who you guys are that cannot be broken. It doesn't matter like where one person is or another. It's something that transcends space and time. Okay, but the bodies that you both have gone through a lot of stuff. You guys have gone through lives, multiple lives, most likely, right? So you're eternal beings, and you have a veil. You don't remember the time before, and you don't remember exactly where you're going, which is part of this journey that we're on. There's purpose in that. There's a divine purpose in that, but you're going through the awakening process. And if you're going through it, they're going through it. That's just the way that it works. But again, how it's going to look from a 3D perspective, it's not going to look the same. You're not going to necessarily understand why they act and behave the way that they do, because you're not them in the physical form, and they're not you in the physical form. Two minds, two bodies, one soul. Bring your mind and body into alignment. They bring their mind into body and mind and body into alignment. Where do you guys meet at? The soul. You're already there, connected and in union with one another. Okay? When you do it, they do it. When they do it, you do it. It's happening simultaneously. It's your mind that tries to tell you, no, it's not, or I have to do all the work, or it's all up to me. Nope. Soul's handling it. Source has got it. You don't need to worry about what they're doing. Just focus on you. That's aligning with the soul. When you align with the soul, they also align with the soul. Then there's no polarization anymore, because you've transcended that polarity or that duality. Okay? Important stuff right there, Divine Feminine. All right, so this is a message from Spirit, okay? And interesting, because this is the Trinity, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and Source, okay? You guys are connected. You're a part of that Trinity together, okay? And you have that within each individual as well. It's like a fractal. It fractals off. It's a pattern, a blueprint of life. But right here with Three of Pentacles in reverse, there is the message that I'm getting is that your mind tells you that there's certain things that you need to do in this 3D world in order to be able to come together with your Divine Masculine. And so you feel like when you listen to that mind that says, well, you have to do it this way, and it has to look like this, and it's supposed to look like that. And if it doesn't, then you're failing. And Source wants you to know that you are not failing. That there is absolute teamwork going on right now behind the scenes in the 5D. It's your mind that exists within the 3D, and it can't understand the concepts of the 5D. Tuning into your soul gives you the ability to do that, because that's where the soul exists and resides. That's where the two are one. Okay, this is duality. This is singularity. So Source wants you to understand that even if your mind can't comprehend this, what's needing to happen, the intertwining teamwork and support is there. It is there. You can relax and just allow this journey and this process to unfold for you. Just keep turning the pages of the book and don't worry about the end of the story. Allow it to, in that linear way that this life progresses and shows us everything. It's like putting a bunch of pieces of puzzle together. You dump out a 1,000-piece puzzle and you start to put it together. Even when you're like a quarter of the way through, you probably can't really tell what the picture is yet. But as you get closer and closer and closer to putting all those pieces together, linear time, you're able to look and see the bigger picture. You're going through that. This transition is taking you to the later stages of the puzzle. And you're going to get to a place where you're going to look behind and you're going to go, oh, Source is fucking phenomenal. I understand why I went through the dark night of the soul, and I understand why we met and why there was this, separation, and why everything happened the way that it happened. And you're going to just be in a place of absolute gratitude and love, because you see the beauty in the entire journey as it's presented to you. And it's so unique for you guys. So perfect. Okay? All right. Outcome. Knight of Swords. The outcome you guys are moving towards. Now, of course, this isn't the end. It's not like you get to this and then okay, it's over. It doesn't work like that. You are an eternal being. So this is just kind of like where it's moving toward, like in the near future. Okay, this is outcome of this chapter. Okay, and so you've got sorry, I'm looking here. This guy, he's got like the light coming out right here from Source, right? And he's on the edge of a cliff. And it's like, okay, do I trust and just keep following my path, even though it seems like I could be falling over the edge and there's fear there? See, like the horse is like, kind of like holding back, like, oh gosh. Sometimes when great change happens in your life, you feel like you're falling over the edge of a cliff, right? And it can be very scary. But if we follow the light, we ask Source, we ask God to illuminate our path. You guys, I know from personal experience of asking for the same thing. I asked God to light my path. I asked him, still light my path and I'll follow you. I don't need to know exactly where I'm going. But I know if I'm following God, I'm going in the right direction. This is the outcome for you guys. Okay, follow the light within you. The light within you is you. And the light within you is where you and your divine masculine are one. So allow Source to guide you over that edge into this new reality. Okay? Sorry, but this was a beautiful reading for you and your divine masculine. And I'm not surprised. You guys are so amazing and incredible. You wouldn't be on this journey if you weren't. I know it can be difficult. Oy vey. Shoot, I just spilled wax on my tablecloth. Well, interesting little blunder right there. I guess it was meant to be, right? Let me get this wax off. It's all right. We'll just flip that tablecloth over, right? We'll wash it and see if we can get it out. But sorry for the little sidetrack there. All right. Let's see, what card do we have for you? I wonder if like spilling wax has a spiritual meaning behind it. It seems like everything kind of does, right? There's always a little bit of something. Everything has meaning, okay? Nothing happens by chance or accident. Everything has a purpose. So I wonder, I'm gonna look it up. Whoa! And if I find something cool, I'll post it on the or in the, not the description, but in the, well, maybe I'll put it in the description box. Either that or I'll put it up in the comments and pin it. But if I find something interesting about that, I don't know. I've never looked it up before, so we'll see. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but there could be. So this card that just came up for you is really freaking cool, you guys, because look, it's a heart with a lock and a key. And that's two coming together. And when the two come together, they hold the key together. These freaking oracle cards, they just always somehow source, God, so freaking amazing. So cool. You guys coming together hold the key to the secrets of the universe, okay? When you hold the key to the secrets of the universe, where do you begin? You're limitless. You're limitless. Okay, let's see what this says here. What a beautiful card, you guys. Sacred reverence. Key concepts. Awe for the truth that spirit is everywhere. Inspiration coming through you as a result of reverence. Joyful living. Exploring possibilities with curiosity. Spiritual passion. Manifesting from the starting point of the realm of spirit. Wow. Looking at the world, do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you see just a plant? When you encounter a puppy, do you see just an animal? While this categorizing is one way of viewing the world, it is only a fraction of the truth. It isn't enough. Look closer and you'll observe the luminosity immanent in these living, sentient beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all the world, including its spirit, then you see the whole. Spirit is the fifth element, you guys. It is. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your positive or your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? I think we talked about that earlier in the reading. Everything has value, right? Even your frustrating challenges. Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you? I'm sorry, you guys. Hopefully you guys are chuckling and giggling with me, because could this be more perfect? I'm going to read that again. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred, therefore erasing the separation between you? Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you are tapping into this unity right now. No matter who or what it is, or no matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction as holy. Then you will know what to do for the highest good of all. Trust that everything is happening in your life and in your Divine Masculine's life, whether it's good or bad, which is all perception and opinion. Trust that it's all happening for a divine reason and a divine purpose. You and your Divine Masculine are one. You're already on your mission. And it's happening as it should, even if your mind doesn't agree with it or your ego doesn't agree with it. This isn't about ego. This is about transcending the ego. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting our channel. Please look in the description box below. We have some specials on tarot readings and coaching till the end of this month. And we've got a course that we're developing that should be released in September. And so yeah, you know, group coaching calls are phenomenal. We go over some really cool stuff and topics where we explain and break down a lot of this stuff to help you guys navigate your way through this sometimes difficult yet extraordinarily worthwhile and beautiful journey. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.